Hi, this is Lawrence. I'm going to discuss with you the SAF or SAF and IBM Security Server, which are security facilities of ZOS. First, let's discuss SAF. What is SAF? SAF or System Authorization Facility is an interface defined by MVS that enables programs to use system authorization services to control access to resources such as datasets and MVS commands. The SAF router provides a common focal point for all products, providing resource control. The focal point encourages the use of common control functions shared across products and across systems. Continuation. The resource managing components and subsystems call the ZOS router as part of certain decision making functions in their processing, such as access control checking and authorization related checking. These functions are called control points. Now let's go on with IBM Security Server. What is IBM Security Server? IBM Security Server is a set of features that provide security, which include controlling the access of users to the system, restricting functions that an authorized user can perform on the system's data files and program. So continuation. The following is a list of security components of ZOS that are collectively known as Security Server, which are DCE Security Server, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol, ZOS Firewall Technologies, Network Authentication Services for ZOS, Enterprise Identity Mapping, PKI Services, and Resource Access Control Facility or RACF. We'll discuss those one by one in the succeeding slides. DCE Security Server. DCE or Distributed Computing Environment is an architecture defined by Open Software Foundation or OSF to provide an open systems platform to address the challenges of distributed computing. DCE is based on three distributed computing models: client server, remote control procedure, and shared files. For the client server, a way of organizing a distributed application. Remote control for remote procedure call, a way of communicating between parts of distributed application. And shared files. It is a way of handling data in a distributed system based on a personal computer file access model. It is being ported to all major IBM and non-IBM environments. Take Take note that all current DCE implementations use TCP/IP rather than SNA as their communication protocol. Lightweight Directory Access Protocol or LDAP. The LDAP defines a standard method for accessing and updating information in a directory, either locally or remotely in the client-server model. The protocol is optimized for reading, browsing, and searching directories and was originally developed as a lightweight frontend to the X.500 Directory Access Protocol. The LDAP method is used by a cluster of hosts to allow centralized security authentication as well as access to user and group information. This functionality is intended to be used in a clustering environment to keep authentication, user, and group information common across the cluster. ZOS Firewall Technologies. This is an IPv4 network security firewall program for ZOS. In essence, the ZOS firewall consists of traditional firewall functions as well as support for virtual private networks or VPN. The inclusion of a firewall means that the mainframe can be connected directly to the internet if required without any intervening hardware and can provide the required levels of security to protect vital company data. With the VPN technology, securely encrypted tunnels can be established through the internet from a client to the mainframe. Next is Network Authentication Services for ZOS. The ZOS Network Authentication Service provides Kerberos V5 networking protocols and GSS API programming services. These protocols and programming services enable clients and servers to mutually authenticate and also provide encrypted communication channels between clients and servers that provide message privacy and integrity functions. Using the ZOS Network Authentication Service, a server running on a ZOS can map the client pers- principal Kerberos credential into the local RACF user ID. This process supports both locally registered principals and principals defined in a remote Kerberos registry for which the administrator has a defined appropriate trust relationship. Enterprise Identity Mapping or EIM. EIM for the system platform is the i5 OS implementation of an IBM infrastructure that allows administrators and application developers to solve the problem of managing multiple user registries across their enterprise. EIM allows you to create a system of identity mappings called associations between various user identities and various user registries for a person in your enterprise. EIM also provides a common set of APIs that can be used across platforms to develop applications that can use the identity mappings that you create to look up the relationships between user identities. In addition, you can use EIM in conjunction with Network Authentication Service, the i5-OS implementation of Kerberos to provide a single sign-on environment. PKI services. ZOS cryptographic services or PKI services allows you to use ZOS to establish a PKI infrastructure and serve as a certificate authority for your internal and external users, issuing and administering digital certificates in accordance with your own organization's policy. Your users can use a PKI services application to request and obtain certificates through their own web browsers, while your authorized PKI administrators approve, modify, or reject these requests through their own web browsers. The web applications provided with PKI services are highly customizable, and a programming exit is also included for advanced customization. You can allow automatic approval for certificate requests from certain users and to provide additional authentications, such as @host IDs, RACF user IDs, to certificates that you issue for certain users. You can also use your own certificates for browsers, servers, and other purposes such as VPN devices, smart cards, and secure email. Lastly, the RACF or Resource Access Control Facility. RACF provides a tool to manage user access to critical resources. RACF retains information about users, resources, and access authorities in special structures called profiles in its database. And it refers to these profiles when deciding which users should be permitted access to protected system users resources. The following are the reference for this report. I hope you learned something from this report. Thank you very much.